If you know, you know. And if you know that I don't hold back when it comes to telling the truth, then you already know what time it is. Now, I made a video yesterday talking about Floyd Mayweather reaction to Manny Pacquiao beating Keith Thurman. And all I got on the comment section was Pacquiao fans bashing Floyd, taking credit away from Floyd Money Mayweather, accusing him left and right. And keep in mind, I gave Pacquiao the credit he deserved. Matter of fact, I gave Pacquiao more credit than he deserved. But since y'all want to play smart and call me biased, Pacquiao fans, I got bad news for y'all. Y'all gonna get this work. Y'all gonna get this work, like my man Loaded Luck said. So let's expose the hypocrisy and get to what Teddy Atlas had to say. So Teddy Atlas came out on his podcast and basically stated that Pacquiao beat Keith Thurman because he was on that forbidden fruit. And y'all can't say I got my prediction wrong, because yes, I said it's a close fight and I'm favoring Keith Thurman. However, when the news came out that there won't be no VADA testing for Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman, I told y'all I got Pacquiao all day. So looking back in hindsight, I'm looking like a prophet. And for all the Pacquiao fans that claimed that there was VADA testing, no, there wasn't. It was Nevada commission testing that they had on the contract. Nothing more, nothing less. Pacquiao didn't agree to the VADA testing. And that's why every time Pacquiao got hit flush by Keith Thurman on the chin, he did what he did against Cotto 10 years ago, which is smack his head with his gloves every time and walk through Keith Thurman's shots. Now, Teddy Atlas basically said that Pacquiao, some way, somehow, found his youth again thanks to the forbidden fruit. He went off on a ship, and somewhere in Florida, he found his youth again. He also stated another analogy where he basically compared Manny Pacquiao to a Ferrari. And back in his day, he was just too fast for his opponents. He was running through red lights, and he didn't crash because he was just so fast and cops couldn't catch him because obviously he's driving a Ferrari. But at this age, Teddy Atlas stated he don't know what kind of fuel Manny Pacquiao is using, because he's looking for that same fuel. And obviously, without any luck, he couldn't find that fuel that Manny Pacquiao is using. So even though he might be driving a Porsche at this point, but with the special fuel that Manny Pacquiao is using, he's just as fast as a Ferrari. And we all know what that fuel represents. That special fuel is basically whatever snacks he's taking. Since Manny Pacquiao is so against VADA testing. Now keep in mind, I'm actually happy that Pacquiao won. And if you ask the obvious question of why you happy that Pacquiao won, because I like Pacquiao, first of all. Second of all, I like Keith Thurman too. However, I was fed up of Keith Thurman ducking Errol Spence and Terence Crawford and trying to act like he's the money man in the division, and he's trying to push that fight another 2 to 3 years when he already been avoiding Errol Spence for almost 5 years now. I was glad that Manny Pacquiao was the one that takes his O, even though I wanted Errol Spence to get in the ring versus a Keith Thurman when he was undefeated. But boxing is the theater of the unexpected. However, at the same time, boxing is a sport where you're hitting your opponent in the face. So if you're taking a supplement that's making you 10 times faster, 10 times stronger, could take any punch on the chin, restore your youth, you could fight in the 10th round like you was fighting in the first round, then I'm all against that. Because both fighters got to be on an even playing field, no matter what. And I called out Manny Pacquiao on not taking a VADA test time and time again before the fight. However, Keith Thurman came out and stated it was pathetic. He don't care what Pacquiao is using. He's still knocking his ass out. So he slept on Pacquiao. I guess he forgot that forbidden fruit could restore your youth, and that he was fighting a prime Pacquiao in a way. And that was a Keith Thurman fault, because he wanted the Pacquiao fight so bad that he let Pacquiao play him in negotiations. So to all the Pacquiao fans, this is why Manny Pacquiao is such a suspect when it comes to using PEDs. Because like Paulie said in the past, it ain't like Manny Pacquiao is out skilling these opponents. He's getting hit. Unlike Floyd Mayweather ain't getting hit. He beating these guys with his skills. And you can see his adjustments that he makes in the ring, etc., etc. However, when Pacquiao fought Keith Thurman, yeah, he was beating Keith Thurman because obviously he saw weaknesses in Keith Thurman, but Keith Thurman hit him back too. But he just walked through Keith Thurman shots like Keith Thurman ain't one time. Like Keith Thurman doesn't have power. Like Keith Thurman ain't the bigger guy. Like Keith Thurman ain't 10 years younger than him. It ain't like he never got hit by Keith Thurman. Now, he got hit by Keith Thurman plenty of times, to the body and to the head. But he just walked through his punches. Now, before y'all try to justify Manny Pacquiao walking through Keith Thurman shots due to his great granite chin that he has, however, Marquez was able to put him to sleep and he took a nap while he was fighting Marquez. You know, we're going to ignore that. Let's just talk about the facts. Nothing but facts here. Floyd Mayweather in 2009 offered Pacquiao a 50-50 split, including $50 million guarantee to fight him on pay-per-view. Manny Pacquiao turned that fight down due to a drug test by VADA. Then, after that, Teddy Atlas came on ESPN and basically went against the agenda, and he called out Pacquiao for asking Team Mayweather for an exemption 14 days before the fight to not take any test, including any VADA test, just 14 days before the fight. Then he was willing to take Floyd Money Mayweather offer. And if the test comes out positive or whatsoever, to keep it on the hush. Now, even a blind man or a deaf man could hear and see how suspicious that sounds. And if you're still not convinced, even Freddie Roach, his own trainer, when they kicked out Alex Ariza, Freddie Roach stated that Alex was giving Manny Pacquiao special shakes, and then whenever he asked Alex, what are you giving Manny Pacquiao, he told him, don't worry about it. And he never told Freddie what he was giving Manny Pacquiao. Freddie, keep in mind, he was trying to throw Alex Ariza under the bus, but in the meantime, he threw his own fighter under the bus. And if you're still not convinced, then why Manny Pacquiao still refuses till this day to take VADA testing, especially when he fought Keith Thurman. This ain't a coincidence, guys. Every time Manny Pacquiao doesn't take a VADA test, he out here looking like a monster. He out here walking through shots like he Godzilla, like he got a granite chin. He throws punches on punches, doesn't get tired, and at 40, he's still fighting like he's 30 years old. Now, that being said, can y'all believe the Pacquiao fans still trying to say Floyd Mayweather is a dirty fighter, not Manny Pacquiao? Floyd, the fighter who always did VADA testing and an Olympic style testing, and he the one who started the movement of using Olympic style testing in the boxing game, especially in the pros. So how Manny Pacquiao fans gonna justify this now? And like I said before, Floyd Mayweather, when he moved up in weight and beat all these guys that's bigger than him, younger than him, he beat these guys with his skill. And he didn't get hit as much as Manny Pacquiao be getting hit. Manny Pacquiao just be walking through fighters. And he the smaller guy. So we all know what time it is at the end of the day. But we just getting started. Let's talk about all the other things that y'all bringing up in the comment section, such as that Manny Pacquiao is a greater fighter than Floyd Money Mayweather. Well, if Pacquiao is such a great fighter, Floyd Mayweather has him on his resume. He beat him 10 rounds to 2. Mayweather made Pacquiao look like an amateur in the ring. Pacquiao couldn't cut off the ring. Pacquiao literally couldn't do nothing with Floyd other than when he hurt Floyd in the 4th and the 6th round, and that was about it. Other than that, he had no highlights. In the 1st round, he hardly landed a punch. And keep in mind, there was VADA testing for that fight. So maybe that's why Pacquiao looked ordinary. But at the end of the day, we got to give Floyd the credit he deserved for beating a Manny Pacquiao. And if y'all trying to bring up that, oh, look at Pacquiao at 40 years old, still beating champions to this day. Well, Floyd Mayweather, when he was 36, he beat a Canelo Alvarez. He beat a Manny Pacquiao. And look at Canelo today. Floyd Mayweather beat Canelo Alvarez coming off his biggest win at the time when he beat Trop and became the unified champion at 154. And Floyd Mayweather dominated him 12 rounds to none. So Floyd Mayweather did it at that age too. And unlike Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather always fought fighters coming off their biggest win, including Guerrero, Cotto, Maidana, all these guys, Canelo, Pacquiao. They came off great wins that made him look good, including Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley knocked out Margarito. Floyd Mayweather fought him right away. The same year, Manny Pacquiao turned down that fight because, according to Freddie Roach, Mosley looked too good versus Margarito. Then when Floyd beat him and then Sugar Shane Mosley went and lost to somebody else or had a draw with a fighter that wasn't all that, Manny Pacquiao chose to fight him. Floyd Mayweather knocked out a Hatton, then Manny Pacquiao chose to fight him after that. Floyd Mayweather beat Oscar and Cotto coming off big wins, and he fought those guys at their best weight and beat them. However, Manny Pacquiao fought those guys coming off horrible losses, and Cotto actually didn't lose, but he lost to Margarito, and he had a tough fight versus Clottey, and Manny Pacquiao fought him, however, at a catchweight after draining him, including Oscar. And let's not forget, even Margarito. He fought Margarito after he got knocked out by Sugar Shane Mosley and had a horrible fight fighting another guy in Mexico. And Manny Pacquiao fought him for a vacant belt at 150, another catchweight. Keep in mind, Margarito just lost at 147. How did he get a title shot for a vacant title against Manny Pacquiao when they both haven't fought at 154? Obviously, it's all politics, man. And I could go on and on and on, and these are all examples. Now, keep in mind, Manny Pacquiao is the guy who fights guys coming off bad performances, fighting them at catchweights. Meanwhile, Floyd Mayweather fighting fighters coming off their biggest win, like Maidana when he beat Broner, or, for example, when Ortiz beat Berto. But they give more credit to Pacquiao than Floyd. Floyd Mayweather fights guys bigger than him all the time, 20 pounds bigger than him. But they still want to give more credit to a Pacquiao than a Floyd Mayweather. And to make matter worse, they didn't give the fight of the decade to Floyd Mayweather. They gave it to Pacquiao to try to take the shine away from Floyd Mayweather as much as they can. But guess what happens? Floyd Mayweather ends up beating Pacquiao that same year. So does it really matter? No matter what y'all try to do, Floyd Mayweather still comes on top because Floyd Mayweather beat Pacquiao. And that's a great look because Muhammad Ali was such a great fighter because he beat all-time great fighters like George Foreman and Frazier. And Floyd Mayweather is an all-time great for beating a Manny Pacquiao, the fighter of the decade, and making him look like an amateur instead of looking like the fighter of the decade. Because Floyd is really the fighter of the decade, not Manny Pacquiao, but it is what it is. Mayweather took the fighter of the decade to school. So like I said, time and time again, it's Floyd Mayweather who fought guys coming off their best wins, not Manny Pacquiao. Floyd Mayweather even dominated on Marquez, and we saw what Marquez did to Pacquiao in 4 fights. And he managed to put him to sleep the 4th time. But then when Marquez put him to sleep, they want to scream Marquez on PEDs while there was Nevada testings, because Pacquiao didn't want Nevada test. And even today, let's be honest, Manny Pacquiao didn't want the Errol Spence fight. Now, if he finna fight Errol Spence next, more power to him. But I promise you, whatever he's taking, it's just gonna end up hurting him instead, because Errol Spence just gonna punish him longer. Because Errol is the truth, and we know why Manny Pacquiao picked Keith Thurman. Because obviously, Keith Thurman looked like crap his last fight versus Lopez, a washed up version of Lopez. And that proves my point again. He always fight fighters coming off their worstest performance. And he felt like he could explore the weaknesses in Keith Thurman, and he was dead right, because Keith Thurman moved straight backwards, and he figured with my hand speed I could catch him going straight backwards, and he did in the first round. So he obviously caught Keith Thurman when he haven't been so active, but that's not an excuse, but it proves my point that Manny Pacquiao always fight fighters coming off their worst performances, and he cherry picks his fights, not Floyd Mayweather. If y'all talking about cherry picking, Manny Pacquiao is actually Canelo of today, because he always and still to this day cherry picks and picks his fight. And Keith Thurman is a perfect example. However, I wasn't even really gonna go off on Pacquiao like I just did, but because obviously the Pactars want to come over here and claim we biased, this and that, when we just stay in straight facts. So no, I don't want to hear your opinion, because opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one, and Pactars seem to have bigger opinion than most, meaning their asshole is as big as their opinion. Like I said, drop comments that's straight facts. If not, I don't want to hear it. And I wasn't even going to bring up the PEDs and the VADA testing and this and that, due to the fact that Keith Thurman said that it's pathetic to bring it up, and he's still going to do the job either way, no matter what Pacquiao is on. However, the Pactars came over here and tried to storm my comment section, trying to claim I'm biased. And I'm a big Pacquiao fan, like I said before. I was happy as hell that Pacquiao beat Keith Thurman. But at the end of the day, I gotta push my feelings to the side and just tell it like it is. Because when you tell the truth, obviously the Pactars gonna be allergic to it. So like I always say, subscribe below if you're trying to get smarter by the minute. If you're trying to get dumber by the second, don't listen to these Pactars. And follow Lantoon Boxing for the funniest boxing memes on Instagram. And follow me at AkiTV as well on Instagram, and AkiTV on YouTube in the description box below. And click on the notification bell to get notified every time we go live. And to be continued on the next episode of AkiTV. Peace, and we out here.